Hey there, tech fans. Today I've got the brand new Orei BK-4929 4 input, 1 output 8K HDMI switch. This product makes it really easy for you to connect 4 different HDMI media devices to a single 8K ultra high definition monitor at the same time, while providing complete control over which of those media streams is being displayed on that monitor at any given time by simply tapping a button on the front of the unit or by using the included infrared remote control. The product fully supports 8K ultra high definition media content and is both HDMI 2.1 as well as HDCP 2.3 compliant, which means it's plug and play compatible with a wide range of modern media equipment. It also provides audio extraction capabilities as well as eARC compatibility, so it can digitally separate the audio from any media stream being displayed, and then allows you to pass that audio through an HDMI connection on the rear to a compatible soundbar or home stereo for that full theater experience. Now, as part of this overview, I'd like to start with a quick unboxing just to show you everything that's included with the kit, and then I'll take a closer look at the switch and I'll explain the connections and indicators so you understand exactly how to use it, and then I'll come back one more time and point out a few special features that this product provides that you can use to compare it to other switches you may be considering. So let's get started with the unboxing. When you first open up the box, you'll find the switch. You'll find a single 5-volt 1-amp DC power supply. You can plug this end into any standard wall outlet. The other end of the cable has a barrel connection on it which plugs directly into the back of the unit and provides all the power you'll need for operation. You'll also find an infrared remote control included, and this is nice because it allows you to make your selection from quite a distance away from the switch. And finally, a full instruction manual is also included that lists connection diagrams, specifications, and a lot of other really good information about the product that you'll want to understand in order to use it correctly. Now, if you stay tuned next, I'll take a closer look at the unit, and then I'll come back and point out some of the special features that this product provides. The product features a full metal enclosure which makes it incredibly durable and a great choice for both residential or even commercial installations. On either side of the cabinet, you'll find ventilation slots that are really designed to let any heat that develops during operation escape and keep the electronics inside at a very comfortable temperature. On the front of the unit, starting on the left, you'll find an infrared receiver window, and that's where the signals from the remote control are picked up. So when you set this up on your desktop or on your media center, make sure that window is visible if you're using the remote control. To the right of that, you'll find a power indicator. When you add power to the unit, it starts an internal power on self-test where it checks the electronics, and once it completes that test, it'll light that LED letting you know it's ready to use. To the right of that, you'll find 4 LEDs labeled input 1, 2, 3, and 4. These indicate which of the inputs is currently being displayed on your monitor, and you can change that by tapping this button right here. You can also put this unit into automatic mode by holding the switch down for 3 seconds or more, and then the switch itself will select which of the inputs it's sending to the display based on which of these comes online sooner. And when you turn that automatic mode on, the automatic indicator will come on, letting you know it's in automatic mode. To the right of that is an indicator labeled output. And when you connect this up to your monitor using an HDMI cable, that connection is checked, and once it's been verified, that output LED will come on, indicating a solid connection. This product has eARC compatibility as well as audio extraction capabilities, where it can digitally separate the audio from the media being displayed, and then it can allow you to pass that along through an HDMI connection on the rear to a compatible soundbar or home stereo. And that eARC indicator lets you know you have eARC enabled, and you can turn that on and off by tapping that button right there. Finally, to the right of that is a USB-C port that's used for updating the firmware if needed later on. You can connect this to a local computer using a cable, move that firmware file over to the module to finish that upgrade. On the rear of the module, starting on the left, you'll find 4 full-sized HDMI ports labeled in 1, 2, 3, and 4. These connect to the 4 media devices you'd like to share the content from with your output monitor. To the right of that is another HDMI port labeled TV ARC. This connects to the monitor you'd like to use to display the content from these devices. And if you're using the audio extraction capabilities with an eARC compatible soundbar or home stereo, you can make a connection from this HDMI port directly to that audio device to enjoy that better quality sound. Finally, to the right of that is a DC input port, and that's used with the included power supply. You'll simply plug that power supply into a wall outlet. The other end of the cable has a barrel connection on it, which plugs in right there and provides all the power you'll need for operation. I hope that closer look was helpful. Now here are a few really important things to keep in mind when you're comparing the Orei BK-4929 4 input, 1 output 8K switch with other products you may be considering. The first thing, and probably most important thing, has to do with resolution. This product fully supports 8K ultra high definition media content at up to 60 frames per second. A lot of other HDMI switches on the market may support a lower resolution like 4K or 1080p, so this product having that higher resolution and that higher frame rate means you're going to get a crystal clear picture on your output display. And even if you're only using 4K content today, you can use this switch as you upgrade your display or your equipment later on, knowing that it can handle a higher resolution at that higher frame rate. Another important difference is the HDMI certification as well as the HDCP certification. This product is HDMI 2.1 certified, and HDMI has gone through a lot of changes in recent years, a lot of new features have been introduced, so knowing you're on the latest version of HDMI for 8K content means you can immediately take advantage of all those features. Another important difference is the HDCP certification, which is 2.3. Again, that allows you to play a wider variety of files through the unit because that controls copy protection. And the final thing is the audio extraction capabilities, which a lot of other switches don't provide. This unit is eARC compatible, and it can digitally separate the audio from the display and actually allows you to pass that along through an HDMI port on the rear to a compatible soundbar or home stereo for that full theater experience. Everything you need to get started is included with the kit, and with a few simple connections you can be up and running in no time. So thanks an awful lot for watching, and until next time, as always, stay nerdy.